Hey everybody, how's it going? Daybreaker Rein here, coming at you through your video scope. And we are going to be playing some Bloodborne today. As of yesterday, I was having a discussion with IAS member Andre, and he actually asked me when I had last streamed Bloodborne, and according to the archive, it hasn't been since 2018. So I am working towards getting the final trophy I am missing to get the platinum, which is just one of the endings. So the idea behind what I am doing today is just grinding so I can steamroll through the rest of the game with no issues. So I hope you guys enjoy. I am actually gonna, that might be a little bit loud. Oh yeah, I should probably change my monitor over, huh? So I can actually see what the hell I'm doing. Oh man, I've already kind of prepped for the most part. I've done a lot of the prep work already. It's just grinding to get a +10 weapon is the current thing that I am doing. So, and it's a bit of a process because I have to do it for a while. Because I have to keep remaking the Chalice glyph dungeon, and this is going to be fun because I run the risk of actually, according to my one friend who just recently platinumed the game, he actually said that he ran into an invader. So because the chalice that I'm going to be grinding late game materials in is a sinister root chalice, and yeah, it's not the most fun place to be. Okay, no. So it is that one. Okay, I need to write down the code so I can just constantly type it back in, so I'm not having to constantly look it up. Give me one sec. Let me write this down. DZ48. No capitals, damn it. Okay. DZ48. CMWR. That shouldn't be too hard for me to remember. I don't think it will be. Z48 CMWR. Ah, nobody here today. There's like nobody in the dungeon. That's actually kind of a good thing. The more little messengers, I think, indicate more activity in the dungeon. So right now it's at minimal. So that's actually good. So that probably means I could get through this relatively quickly. I've already killed the boss, like, I think like two, 3 times. How many freaking Bloodstone Chunks do I have? Okay, I have 4. I need 16. I'm only going to upgrade the one weapon for now. I am kind of messing around with some of the weapons that I haven't messed around with before. I eventually want to get the Chikage, but that's going to be a little bit, so. Okay. Alright, we're We're opening the floodgates on this one. Sinister Woman has already rung the bell, so we'll just have to be careful, I suppose. Okay. Main thing is just beelining straight, getting the freaking door open. At least the enemies are freaking depth level 1, so I'm just freaking, I could just steamroll everything already. That's the great thing about this dungeon. It's just worrying about invaders. That's the only... Whack. Whack. Okay, was it this way? Yes, it is. Well, I got one of them. Ah, damn it. I kind of always underestimate the range that the Saw Spear has. I don't know why I'm pausing it. I'm just turning down my headset because it is kind of loud on my end, so I do apologize if it is loud on your loud on the stream sound. I can turn it down. I'll turn it down just a tiny bit. See if that helps. Okay. Yeah, like I really need that. Okay. Yeah, I'll take the blood vials so I don't have to buy more. Okay. Just running through here. As long as I make it to the boss, like, right? That's the important bit. Thankfully, it's a short trek. Thankfully, I don't have to, like, go, like, through, like, 18 rooms. Hello. Goodbye. Sweet. Yeah, that eye ruin is definitely helping make this go quicker. The problem that I think Xanthan ran into when he did this is that he didn't do the prep work. He didn't go get the eye ruin. Because there's a tier 3 eye ruin you can get from a glyph dungeon. And I don't think he went and got that, because he was saying that he was having pretty inconsistent drop rates for the Bloodstone Chunks. But these last couple of times I've run it, if I actually remembered this, I'm gonna be blown away. Yeah, I did. Shit, if this does go quick, I might end up just freaking maxing out my rifle spear. Just have 2 freaking max level weapons. I didn't really mess around with the Saw Spear too much, so that's why I'm using it this go round. And I'm really enjoying using it, honestly. I always underestimate the range that it has. I think, like, because in my head I think spear, so I think it's gonna have like really decent range, but honestly I don't need to pop that. You know, the weird thing is it doesn't even mention that the woman with the bell appears. I don't know, like, I don't know if there's, like, a meta for the PvP in this. Like, I have no clue if there is or not. Because I capped myself at level 150, because I thought that that was probably more than enough to get through the game. I mean, it's certainly proving to be as such. Man, I don't know why I'm picking any of that crap up. I don't need those. I've got freaking tier 6 freaking tier 6 freaking blood gems. Because there's a cheese for that, too, so... Which, of course, my rifle spear didn't get the optimum one, so it's not getting the entirety of the buff that it could. Because the one that it has on it is, it increases attack exponentially, but it also lowers attack. So it loses some of the overall percentage that the gem could give. Not the most optimal. I mean, it was better than the gem that I had on it. Really? I mean, if you want to keep hitting me, that's fine. Okay, see, that time I didn't get it. I know, well, the good news is it seems like at least the eye ruin is helping. So, if it doesn't go, if it doesn't go quick. I was hoping it would. I was hoping, like, I was, like, gonna cross my fingers and be like, oh, the eye ruin was the key the entire time, you know? Yeah, so, the rifle spear, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it has... Yeah, it brings down it brings down attack down minus 7.3%, so it counteracts the buff that it has. But it is still better than some of the other stuff I had. The weapon durability, like, I don't want to lose any sort of damage on specific enemy types. So I was really hoping I would get, because what my saw spear has is it has one of the attack down ones, but it also has the stamina increase, which I didn't think was too bad. Like 3% stamina increase didn't seem too bad to me. I actually just realized, do I not have another? Oh no, I only have I have fire and arcane. Yeah, I mean I could throw that on there. Yeah, shit, why not? Why not? It gives me a little bit more. It gives me a little bit more. Why not? Since I have nothing else at the moment. Okay, let's... I'm so glad people found out about these freaking Chalice dungeons. Reverse depth dungeons and all that shit. It freaking is just, it's so amazing. It makes for a freaking funny ass freaking time, because you can just level so quickly. It's like literally all you have to do is just get the freaking root chalice and you're freaking good to go. Well, and of course I did have to go buy the Sinister Chalice to access this particular dungeon, but nothing too extreme, because there's a glyph if you just have the regular root chalice where you could go and get the Sinister root chalice, and it's super easy to get. I'm like getting no blood echoes. It's so funny going from like dungeons where I like, because for a little bit I had the soul increase ruin equipped, and I was getting like a ridiculous amount of freaking souls. Ow. Okay. This guy wants to play. Take the bullets. Yeah, hopefully I don't get too many dud runs where I'm just getting freaking crappy blood gems. I really am hoping that that doesn't end up being the case, because that would really suck. This is like, I just want to get my chunks, and then I need to look up where I need to go get a blood rock, so I can level it up to +10, and then we can just move on from there. And play however far I get into things. Damn it! Okay, I'm jinxing myself. God damn it. I am, fingers crossing, hoping that the Eye Ruin is actually helping with stuff, because I would assume that the increased discovery would definitely help. I mean, my arcane stat is definitely not as high as it could be. It's 20. I mean, my discovery is 238. You'd think that that would be sufficient. You think that would be, in any case. What are those blood gems even, like, yeah, blood gems, like, what do the radiant ones even do? I forget. Reduce stamina costs and gives slight boosts to physical attack. Okay. Well, I mean, some of those aren't too bad. I'm gonna have, like, a gazillion of them by the time I'm done with this, I'm sure. Oh, God. My throat feels dry. It's weird. I don't know what's going on with that today. I honestly wish there was a way I can make this go faster. Fortunately, that is just not the case. I'm literally doing the fastest method I can possibly do. Yeah, so it's probably good that I just do it for the one weapon, so I'm not spending the entire stream doing this for another weapon. I still don't know what headpiece I want to wear. I'm pretty committed to wearing the Shard Hunter's gear, but I don't know what headpiece I'm gonna end up equipping. Yeah, honestly, I think it's quicker just to go back through the hallway instead of opening the door, because the door opening animation takes a minute. I am happy that I've actually caught the dungeon at a decent time, that there's not a lot of activity going on, so that definitely makes things a little easier to manage. That time I got Bloodstone Chunks. How many is that? That's 7, right? Yeah. I like how we started off the stream strong, where it was like I jump in and I freaking get Bloodstone Chunks like immediately. And then I had to do 3 more freaking runs before I even get another Bloodstone Chunk. I jinxed myself. I thought I had the big brain strats figured out. It was just like, oh, the Eye Ruin. That's how you do it. Hope you guys have all been doing well. So unfortunately, I was gonna try streaming on Gillymesh. Gillymesh is now in its alpha stage. I was gonna try streaming on Gillymesh. There's a lot of stuff that's not been implemented yet. Which was kind of disheartening, but obviously it's an alpha stage, so you can't expect seeing every single thing. But I was having a lot of issues last night trying to freaking get the stream to work, so I am going to try again very soon. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up, because it seems that Gillymesh is, well, at least in its current iteration, is more designed for regular OBS. So I think I'm going to set up a profile just using regular OBS, because I use Streamlabs OBS, because I like that it's a far more simplified version of regular OBS. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a basic profile and just kind of test the waters, because obviously, like, I can't expect this huge thing, but it was just like I was having issues just even trying to stream, because it was like I finally got a stream going and then it disconnected. So I definitely don't think that the team behind Gillymesh were realizing how many people were wanting an alternative to streaming, you know. So I expect good things though, so hopefully things end up getting better. It seems like the dev team is super responsive, and they're working really hard. So fingers crossed. I'm hoping for an alternative. I'm hoping for something that is just as good, if not better, than Twitch. Like, I think it's needed. I think there needs to be a viable competitor, and honestly, like, Microsoft had the opportunity. They really fucking did. They had a golden opportunity to be a viable competitor if they had just spent more time optimizing Mixer and making it a better platform. Like, they honestly, I genuinely think they could have been a viable competitor. They just didn't get behind it as like, you know, they thought, you know, instead of just naturally growing a community, because, you know, this might just be my opinion, and it might be a controversial one, and I apologize if it is, but it really looks like Twitch is kind of just like eating itself alive at the moment. So it's like, if Mixer had just hung in there, I think more people probably would have started migrating over to Mixer. I mean, there's so many people already wanting to stream on Gillymesh, so it's obvious that there is a market there. Yeah. So, but we'll see what happens, you know. We'll definitely see what happens. It's too early in the game to say. I'm not sitting here like just like, you know, because I watch wrestling, you know, I watch AEW, and, you know, a lot of people were thinking that AEW was going to be the WWE killer, that it was going to take WWE out of the game completely. And it's like, I don't expect anything to take Twitch down other than Twitch itself. So I don't expect another platform to take Twitch out of the game completely. I just want there to be a viable competitor. You know, because I just think that's needed. Like, you know, I think it's, I think just having more alternatives is better for the market overall. But, you know, what do I know? I'm just a guy who plays video games, and I try not to think too much about, you know, difficult things that oftentimes I can't wrap my head around. I try not to, in any case. It's not worth the stress. I just want to stream. I just want to have fun. I just want to engage with people. That's really what I want to do at the end of the day, you know? Ow. Rats. I'm kind of hoping, like, I pseudo hope that, you know, there's like a little bit of me that's hoping that an invasion happens just to spice up the stream a little bit, you know. Oh my god, I just realized how much like insight I'm gonna have by the end of this. Okay, because I'm at 8. God, so I need 8 more. Jeez. I hate how like the first 3 times I fought this stupid boss, it gave me good RNG. And then the RNG was like, no, we're not gonna play nice for these next couple times you do it. I'm sure if I came in here with freaking all eye ruins, but I only have the 1, so. Ow! That's fine. Andrew CM, how many years have you been doing this? How many years have I been streaming? Or how many years have I been just, like, doing, if you could specify a little bit more for me. How many years have I been playing Bloodborne, or how many years have I been streaming? I mean, I guess I can answer all. I've been playing Bloodborne since it launched. I didn't know about, like, all the, like, the glyph dungeons and everything like that until after the fact, until many years later. But as for streaming, I started streaming when I got, streaming and playing. I've been playing video games for as far as, like, playing video games as far as I can remember. Oh, God, like, my first, I always talk about this, like, my first memory, that I have of like any specific video game was the opening animations for Super Street Fighter 2 on Super Nintendo. Like the opening animation with Ryu, where he's like covered in darkness and like the lightning strikes, and then he lights up and does the Hadouken. That's like the first thing I can remember ever seeing from a video game. Like that scene specifically always has like stuck in the back of my mind. As for streaming, I've been streaming since I got my PS4, my first PS4. So I started streaming in 2014. And I've been trying to get into a consistent pattern. I really have a hard time committing. You know, it's like, I get like an idea in my head and I try to stick to that schedule. And then like, you know, I just, some days I don't feel up to it. And these, you know, these last couple of years, like just, mentally I've just not been in a good place, you know, just stressed from you know, trying to actually do something like, you know, school wise, you know, I've been stressing out about that. I lost a very close friend. I've been kind of dealing with that, and I'm really still not over it, you know. But yeah, like I really always wanted my channel to be about video games. Like, I started YouTube with that intent, but you gotta remember, like, I've been, like, I've had the same YouTube account since 06, which blows my fucking mind, because there are people, who are popular who've actually had to, like, have either, like, a new account, or, you know, there are people who started an account, and then, like, they got rid of it, or it got banned, because one thing or another, copyright or whatever, you know, so I'm pretty thankful to have kept my account in good standing for as long as I have, which there were a couple times I teetered on the edge, because I did get a couple copyright strikes in my early days, doing literally anything I could to try to gain traction on my YouTube channel. Like, I started, while the intent of like me wanting my YouTube channel to be about gaming was like always there, like, I did fucking everything. Like, I was really one of those people, like, at first, like, I tried to jump on trends, and, like, really, like, at the end of the day, that's really not me, and I don't stand by any of that content anymore, which is why it's all gone. I deleted all of it. Even the stuff that actually had a lot of views, I nuked the shit out of it, because I didn't stand by it anymore, because a lot of it was just an attempt to try to gain traction. And I mean, everybody's got to start somewhere, right? Like, you know, you can't just, you know, there are a couple people who obviously have been successful and they got the luck needed you know, to have a good thing with what they started with, you know, like AVGN is a good example, James Rolfe. You know, I know the dude would have probably preferred to make movies, but, you know, like his AVGN character really took off and everything like that. So, you know, it became the reason why he's so well known and everything like that. You know, but it was just like back in the day, you know, like, I mean, even James Rolfe, I think, will tell you, like, back in the day, it was just, it was not the easiest thing in the world to do gaming content in the early days of YouTube. And like, I've watched so much of like speedrun history. Like, I've watched a bunch of Summoning Salt videos, and I've watched a lot of like Carl Jobst videos. I'm big fans of both of them. And you know, there's just like a lot of like the earliest speedruns, like there's no evidence of it. Like, the video's like long gone because it was just from a, you know, it's from a freaking bygone era, you know, that it was just so hard to get video game footage and stuff like that. Like, and that was really the crux of the issue. Like, I wanted to get a DVD recorder so I could record footage and stuff like from my consoles, but the problem is just like I still even think like they're relatively expensive, and like now, I mean, they're just like, no one really cares enough now to have a device that does DVD recording. So it's like, you know, everything's kind of gone to the digital age, and there are so many better methods to record stuff now. You know, Elgato's a thing. You've got an entire community surrounding like the upscaling of old consoles. So you've got like the OSSC, you've got the RetroTink, which is a device I own. You know, you've got freaking, you know, you've just got a plethora of ways to now make it so much easier to record stuff. And like back then, when you know, YouTube first started out, like that wasn't the case. It was, you either had some way to get footage off of VHS, or you freaking, you know, you connected your freaking system to a freaking recordable camera, you know, or something like that, you know. So, but yeah. Oh man, I know what you're saying. This industry is so difficult to ascend. Yeah, and I think the problem is too, is like, as much as I've wanted to do gaming, you know, I'm fully, like, I can fully acknowledge with how late I started doing gaming. Like, it was kind of already starting to phase out, and really and truly, like, around the time I started, you know, guys like Markiplier, Yamimesh, Jacksepticeye, you know, guys like that were really starting to pick up traction, and a lot of it was because they were doing all the horror stuff. You know, like, the horror genre really took, like, it blew up like fucking crazy in the indie scene, and like every other fucking day there was a new horror game that came out. And so, like, I wasn't really about that, like, and I really still am not. Like, I really just play whatever I want, you know? Like, if it happens, good lord, if it happens to be a horror game, you know, awesome. Like, there's a couple I like, you know, so, but yeah, like, I just kind of started really late in the game. I think if I had started a couple years early, I may have been able to get a better leg up. Favorite game? Ooh. That is a very tough question, because I have a lot of favorite games. Oh yeah, shooters are super big right now. And they're always gonna kind of be, because like the companies, you know, behind a lot of the more popular shooters make yearly shooters. So that's always just gonna kind of be a thing in the forefront. But yeah, favorite game, man, that's tough. I can kind of definitively say some for specific consoles. Like, probably my favorite Super Nintendo game is Demon's Crest. There's a lot of sentimental ness behind that, but I absolutely fucking love that game. Like, for Game Boy Color, definitely Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX. It was actually the first Zelda game I played in full. Like, I had never played a Zelda game from start to finish until that one. That was one of the first games I got when I got my very first Game Boy Color, which unfortunately I don't have anymore, and I've been really wanting to replace, but Game Boy Colors are actually kind of expensive now for some weird reason. Which is odd, because you'd think that with stuff like the GBA Consolizer mod, you know, you'd think that like Game Boy Advances would be more expensive and more desirable. Because now you can just literally take the guts from a freaking Game Boy Advance, throw it into like a little custom kit, and freaking get HDMI out. You know, so it's like, you know, you think that that would be more desirable, just especially because it's like it can play all of this stuff. It can play Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. You know, like one of the most versatile systems that freaking Nintendo ever made in terms of backwards compatibility. But yeah, so probably I could say definitively Super Nintendo is Demon's Crest. Game Boy Color is definitely Link's Awakening DX. Everything else is kind of hit or miss, because it's like there's a lot of stuff I like, but then there's a lot of stuff that's like I like it because it's different, and I know different doesn't necessarily translate to it being good. There's a lot of PS2 games I like that fall into that category, like a lot of the pre-Dark Souls era FromSoft games that are on the PS2. Like, there's a ton of them I love, and I know that, like, by today's standards, like, even back then when they were released, they weren't really pushing the envelope, and so it's just, but I still have a you know, special place for a lot of those. And then there's just like weird games, kind of like Quantum Theory. Like, I absolutely loved Quantum Theory. I thought it was really, really good. Like, I loved the story, I loved the world. It's just unfortunate that it was kind of, you know, in the shadow of, you know, over the shoulder, you know, shooters. It was definitely trying to cash in off of the Gears of War hype. You know, Gears of War was super big, and as far as I know, it still kind of is. I do think Gears of War 4 and 5 kind of were like to most of like the series veterans, but yeah, with games like that on the market, and you know, not to say that like that was the only reason it failed. I mean, Quantum Theory definitely has a lot of flaws. I mean, it's by no means a perfect game. Like the lack of grenades, that you don't realize how integral, like, in a third-person shooter, grenades are, especially in something that's trying to emulate freaking Gears of War. You know, you don't realize, like, how beneficial those are until you don't have them. You know, so it's like... But yeah, I kind of jump all over the place. Like, I really... there's a lot of games that I would say I could put in like a top 5, top 10 list for various consoles. Like, good lord. God, I'm glad these guys like do like no damage to me just because it's a freaking depth 1 dungeon. What do you think about the constant hype that there are about classic game remakes? I'm not opposed to it. Like, honestly, I'm not opposed to it, because for one, at heart, I am a retro enthusiast. Like, I love the absolute crap out of collecting retro games, and I have a very extensive library of retro games. And you know, there's a lot of really great games on these older systems, but the problem is that the more time goes on, the more copies are no longer in existence. They break, they get thrown away. You know, disc rot is a thing that can happen. Now, granted, if you take care of your stuff, there's minimal chance it will happen. It'll take years and years and years for it to eventually happen. But, you know, so I kind of look at it like, I'm fine with these remakes because, you know, especially like in the sense of like, let's say the Crash Insane trilogy. Like, that's a classic set of games from the PS1 that, yes, while they're still widely available, not everybody's going to want to go and spend the money to get physical discs, to get a physical PS1, PS2. I mean, you could, in theory, get a PS3 and just circumvent all the issues. But let's say you wanted the authentic feel and you went with like a PS1. You know, you run the issue because TVs now are starting to not natively support composite video, let alone 240p. So a lot of old systems, even if you can connect them, they don't register. And so it's like I'm fine with stuff like that because it's giving a way for people to experience these games with a pretty damn nice fresh coat of paint for starters. I mean, the graphics on the Insane trilogy really wowed me. I was like, damn, man, it breathed like a whole sense of new life into that trilogy. But it also makes it much more accessible because you have a trilogy of games that is now, while it was exclusive originally on PS4, it has come out on Xbox One, it has come out on Nintendo Switch, and I believe there is a PC version of it. I could be wrong about that though. And so with those, it's more acceptable. Now, granted, do I want every single thing being remade? Not really. You know, I think if they just re-release it and maybe make it more versatile, you know, like keep the original game and then just, you know, port it to the various other systems so people have a chance to play it, that's fine. You know, like I think that would be more acceptable for a lot of things, honestly, just for, you know, giving a means for people to be able to actually try it and play it. You know, full-on remakes, you know, that can be a bit, you know, debatable. Especially now because we're running into the issue now. It's like, obviously, you know, people are not going to really be developing games for previous gen as extensively as they were. You know, now that the next gen consoles are out, focus and development is now turning towards the next gen consoles. And so that's kind of an underlying issue because, you know, with the Final Fantasy VII remake, for example, you know, they're not releasing the DLC chapter with the character Yuffie on previous gen consoles. You know, they're only releasing it on PlayStation 5, and I think that's a problem. It's like you're locking content behind a whole other console. You know, like that's not a good thing. Resident Evil 4 remake. Well, the thing about that there, like, it, to me, in my head, and this is kind of somewhat, you know, this is from the perspective of someone who is not hardcore into the Resident Evil franchise. I like the games. I like the series. Don't get me wrong. I'm not super diehard about the series. So, the remakes of Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. So, the remake of Resident Evil 1 was a complete HD overhaul, but it kept and retained the original style, while Resident Evil 2 remake and Resident Evil 3 remake went to the more, like, you know, went to the over-the-shoulder, more modern style, if you will, of Resident Evil. And in my head, that kind of made sense to remake those three, because again, you know, those were PS1 titles. The remake of the first one was a GameCube exclusive for a very long time. So it made sense. Resident Evil 4, like, I mean, I would have just been fine with the HD port. Like, I didn't feel it needed a full-on remake. But the thing about it is, and like, I don't say this as a slight to Capcom. Obviously, companies want to make money. I say this more as they know what's popular and they know what's going to sell. And Resident Evil 4, to a lot of people, is like a huge, like, it was the first Resident Evil title that really, like, you know, it was the first Resident Evil title that strayed away so far from, like, what the series had established up to that point, and a lot of people really enjoy it for that reason. So I kind of get where they're coming from. I could have lived without it personally, since they ported 4, 5, and 6. You know, HD remastered them and freaking ported them to the modern consoles. Like, I could have been fine with that. And then just, you know, they stopped the remakes at Resident Evil 3. But, you know, they got to do what is obviously going to get them money, you know, unfortunately. And Resident Evil is probably, if not the most, you know, cash flowing, you know, title that they have. I mean, God, I think they announced that, I think Resident Evil 8, if I recall correctly, I could be wrong about this, but I thought I remember seeing something that, like, Resident Evil 8 has been the most pre-ordered Resident Evil to date. Like, so obviously people really like Resident Evil, so, you know, it's like, but my genuine opinion is I feel the remakes of 4, 5, and 6 are probably unneeded. But, you know, I guess if it makes it more in line with Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 remakes, and it kind of carries that system, and it really, really bumps up, you know, like, the overall appeal and aesthetic, I guess I could see why. Because, you know, even with, there are some people, I'm not one of these people, because graphics doesn't really always come into my mind to make a game enjoyable, but, you know, there are some people who would be really hard because the Resident Evil 4 port is from an older system and everything. And even though they gave it that fresh coat of paint with like HDing it up and everything like that, you know, some people might be turned off by the overall look and aesthetic of it, because obviously there are graphical flaws. Like, I think there's a whole mod that, like, there's just a lot of texture in it, discrepancies and stuff like that in the HD port. So it's like there's a whole mod, I think, dedicated to like completely overhauling the textures and making them more consistent. So obviously there might be some people put off by the overall aesthetic and graphics just because it's from from an era from before. You know, obviously Resident Evil 4's first iteration was on the GameCube, and then, you know, they had the PS2 port, and we didn't see it again until it was, I think there was a port of it released on PS3 or something to that extent. PS3 and maybe Xbox Live Arcade, I think. And then, of course, we got the PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch ports. Yes, man, RE Village, but it's so, I don't know how to say it's different. Yeah, like, and I kind of definitely will commend them for that. Like, I know some people, I kind of look at it like, I don't look at it the same way a couple of the company I keep look at it, but it was definitely bold of them to take RE in such a different direction. Honestly, if any remake I want more than anything to come out of the Resident Evil series now because of the RE engine, I really want to see Resident Evil Survivor be remade, because I think with what RE7 set forth, like, I think the RE engine is perfect for that game. Like, I think they could completely remake that game, make it so much more, you know, just so much more cinematic, and make it way, you know, maybe less focus on like the gunplay, because obviously like Resident Evil Survivor was meant to be played, you know, with like a gun con and things like that. So make it less more about like the shooting everything in sight aspect, but like actually make it like a legitimate horror title, like set in the style with the RE engine, like set in the style of RE7 and RE8. Like that would be what I would want to see. More so than like a remake of Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6. Like I'm that weird guy who's like, I think this could work if they did it right, you know? Oh my god, I think I have 9 now? Ugh. Yeah, dang, man, I was getting them, I was getting the drop rates consistent there for a little bit, and then now it's just not being consistent. I almost kind of wonder if it's worth it to maybe actually go through the whole dungeon. I don't know what, do I play MOBA? The only MOBA I played for a time was Heroes of the Storm, and I'm not a fan of Blizzard anymore, for various reasons. So I have not played Heroes of the Storm in a very long time. I never really got into the whole genre. Like, I totally get why people have an appeal for it. Like, I did like Heroes of the Storm, and I think what really, what really drew me to Heroes of the Storm was just the familiarity with the IP, with like the IPs, the characters, and everything like that. Because, you know, I'm familiar with Warcraft, familiar with Diablo. And I had a lot of fun with it. So I haven't tried, like, I've I've seen a lot of the stuff with like Smite, and a lot of the stuff that Smite is doing seems really, really interesting. And it sounds fun from the way that my friends describe it. It's just, it's not a genre that like I'm heavily invested into, let's say. Um, but what am I doing in Bloodborne? So right now, so it's a very, very heavily technical thing. So I am spamming a Chalice Dungeon to grind for endgame materials. So right now, so the boss that I keep killing, the giant pig, has a chance to drop Bloodstone Chunks, and those are needed to upgrade your weapon from +6 to +9. And so right now I'm grinding to get my weapon to +9, and then I'm gonna go use there is a Chalice Dungeon that offers a blood rock, which is the final material needed to make your weapon +10. And so once I get my weapon +10, then I'm going to finish the rest of the game, because I'm grinding to get the final trophy that I'm missing, which is the last one of the endings. It's the only trophy I'm missing in the game, so all I have to do is just beat the game one more time, and yeah, then I'll have the platinum. So I was kind of like of the mindset, like what really made me think is that I've just been sitting on not having the platinum for so long, because I have the platinum for every other Souls game, except Sekiro. I do not have the platinum for Sekiro yet. I have not played very much of Sekiro. But for Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, and I'm fairly close to... I actually don't know where I'm at for Dark Souls Remastered, but I have all the platinums for Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. I actually have the platinum for Dark Souls 2 twice, because I platinumed the original PS3 version, then I platinumed the re-release on PS4 known as Scholar of the First Sin, which included all the DLC, and then made a bunch of implementation changes, like they changed some of the lighting in areas, they re-overhauled the graphics and textures to make them a little bit more HD. I think it runs at 60 FPS, and it also changes enemy placement, which kind of made it more of a reason for me to actually play it, because it was like, oh, it's a completely different experience now because things are different. +9, man, that's sick. Yeah, it's actually kind of hilarious. So basically, what this Chalice Dungeon is it's a code. It's emulating a level 1, like a depth 1 dungeon, but giving you like depth 4, depth 5 materials and gear from boss drops. Enemies unfortunately don't drop. It's just the bosses that have the chance to drop that particular stuff. But the fastest way is because it's a depth 1 boss. It's just the fastest way to grind for chunks is to just kill this guy over and over again. And of course, before I did this, there is a chalice that people have found out where if you go to it without any blood echo increasement ruins, and I just realized this entire time I completely forgot to unhide the chat box. I'm sorry. I was trying to stream on Gillymesh the other day, and that's why I hit it, because I had to set up another chat box for Gillymesh. Oops. I was like, it just kind of occurred to me. I was like, I'm not seeing the chat over on screen. Why is that? And then, yeah, I just happened to look. Oh shit, it's still hidden. It happens. That's just par for the course for any stream that I do. You come watch me stream, something's bound to go wrong. Something's bound to freaking be wrong. Like there was one stream I did where I was muted like for half of it. And it didn't click until I noticed. I happened to look down. I was like, "Oh, the little speaker's muted." Oops. Yeah, it happens though. I just take it in stride. I don't strive for perfection with these streams. But before I started doing this grind, I did a couple of things in the game and went and killed a couple bosses, got a couple things like the blood gem, the blood gem item and stuff like that. I also had to kill the blood-starved beast down in Old Yarnum because I needed the chalice, and then I needed to do the first chalice dungeon you can access. I needed to do that to get the root chalice to be able to access all the chalice glyphs that use codes. So, oh, okay. Yeah, I've played way too much of it. But yeah, so the community has basically found a bunch of exploitive stuff that you can use with the chalice glyphs. And so, fair enough. I could relate. But yeah, the community has found a bunch of stuff that you can use. A bunch of different chalice dungeons that people have been able to get codes for that allow just really making the game much easier than it needs to be. Like, you can basically level up your character to ridiculous levels now. There's an exploit that is in one of the DLC bosses where you can get a ridiculous amount of souls. It's a very specific, precise exploit, and I have not done it, but not that I've needed to, honestly, because I'm probably not gonna play through the DLC on this character. I might, just so I could get the weaponry and stuff, because there is one of the weapons I actually kind of want to mess around with. That game makes me repeat the last boss like 35 times. Yeah, that's Souls games. That's just Souls games as a whole. Yeah, I can understand that. I've been there, absolutely. Okay, please give me more blood. God. I'm almost curious what if it's worth it to go to the next boss. I'm gonna see what's on layer 2. And just see if it's an easy boss and see if it actually has the chance to drop bloodstones. Yeah, you know, honestly, you wouldn't be the first one to say that. Like, I know that, there's a lot of people who I've spoken to who, like, their first Souls game was Dark Souls 3. Let me see. Okay. Whoa, that was weird. Okay. I think this is where I need to go. I need to go find the lever, open the door, and then I have no idea what lies ahead. I have no idea what the second and third boss are. Oh, crap. Okay. Okay, that's not the way to go. Oh, this is probably it. Okay. I mean, the good news is I could just steamroll through this. Oh, I thought it was a dead end. I was like, oh, I didn't see the door there for a minute. Oh, yeah, let's get rid of those. Oh, God, not one of them. Oh, okay, cool. Lever is super easy to get to. Just gotta backtrack and find out what the layer 2 boss is. Hopefully it's something easy. Actually, this dungeon is ending up being easy, so I might just for the sake of freaking, you know, having more potential chances to get chunks, I might just freaking just plow through the dungeon instead of just fighting the freaking pig over and over again. Where the hell was that door? So, oh, hey! Oh! I heard the bell. I heard the bell. That is really weird. I've never seen that. Oh, these freaking reverse dungeons are so weird. Maybe you died this time. I'm just joking. I'm so OP right now. Oh, yeah, dude. Well, yeah, it's a depth 1 dungeon and I'm level 150. So it's like... Oh, okay. These guys are easy. Ow. Jesus, that's stun lock. Thank God it's not doing, like, any damage. Okay, they didn't give me chunks. Alright. Let's mosey on through here and see what the ending boss is. And if I can steamroll it, then maybe I can find out if it gives chunks or not. Well, of course, you know, I'm not just gonna freaking die for no reason. Okay, there's a pig. There's a pig there. Neat. Oh, I wonder if this is... That would make sense if this is one of the dungeons that has a roaming boss. Yeah, I forgot that they found those. Oh, I hear another bell lady. Oh, no. Oh, there's 2 pigs. Neato. There's the staircase, I was wondering. Okay. Need more adrenaline. Okay. Come on. There is a door. Oh boy. Oh. Well, behind door number 1 is the lever. So. Damn it. Yee. Oh, well. I'm not... excuse me. I'm not too worried about, blood echoes anymore. Souls. I can just cheese for those with the one, dungeon glyph. Man, I would feel bad for making you go there. Oh, nah. Nah, it's alright. Yeet. I think the door was back this way. Was it? Yeah, there it is. Something's chasing after me. It's a depth 1. I'm trying to remember what some of the depth 1 bosses are. I don't think it'll be anything too crazy. Guess we'll find out. Oh, okay. Watchdog of the Order. Really? I don't remember the Watchdog being a Depth 1 boss. I have not fought this freaking thing in so long. I have literally... Oh, God! Oh, thank God for high fire resistance because of the outfit I'm wearing. That stun locks like a motherfucker. Oh, jeez. That's funny. No more. Nah. You can get out of here with that shit. Ah, it does give Bloodstone. I got one more. I need 6 more. Oh shit. Let me check that real quick. Who is that hitting me up? Oh, okay, that is not. That was somebody else. That's freaking funny. So I guess they do have a potential chance of dropping Bloodstone Chunks, so I wonder if it's more beneficial to just go through the whole freaking thing. Oh, yeah, because I didn't hit any of the other... I didn't hit any of the other freaking lanterns. That's funny. Okay, hopefully maybe we'll get lucky this go around, and if I go through all 3 bosses, we'll drop Bloodstones. So I don't have to just keep fighting the pig over and over again. Oh, what did I look at? I just was looking at my phone. Had notifications, so I was making sure it wasn't anything important. Because when I stream, I usually put my phone... Well, most of the time my phone's on vibrate. But, you know, if it is something important, I usually think people would call me if that might be the case. But I never know. Ugh. Ow. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm only missing... I just need 6 more. So, hopefully, my luck is good. Oh, hi. Wombo combo. Missed that, dude. Jeez. I forget, like, he drops down. Totally missed that. Oh, well. Not a problem. God, I wish it would be super nice if there was like blood gems that made you move faster. Although in theory that would probably be super meta and make the game super busted. Ah! Tried to frickin' poison me, like breathing at me. We need to do fight without the... Ow. what am I doing? Okay. At least I know that the last guy can drop bloodstones, so that's at least something. So interesting. Watchdog of the Old Lords. I didn't think that that was a Depth 1 boss. But that interests me because I've never seen that environment like that. Like I've never seen an opening wall like that in a Chalice Dungeon before. It's really, really interesting. I wonder if there is specific stuff that just like a normal player would not find elsewise. Because I know that a lot of these Chalice Dungeon codes are found because freaking people looked into like all the files of the game and everything like that. So there's a lot of stuff that wasn't meant to be seen. Oh. I thought I wasn't sure what happened. I guess my character decided he wanted to emote. Interesting. Oh, I just thought about that. Is that the maiden with the sinister bell? Because it's not... Oh, that would totally make sense if that was. Well, that's a little annoying that you'd have to freaking deal with invaders until you found her. Ugh. If there was anybody actively freaking doing invasions. I don't know... I don't know what... Like, yeah, I don't know what, like, the meta is for freaking doing invasions. I don't know if anybody does invasions at the level that I'm at. Which is weird because I'm roughly around like what the Dark Souls 3 meta was. So. Ow. Ow again. Damn. Why are you guys doing damage now? Oh, that wombo combo. Freaking got me with the fucking blunderbuss. Yeah. There we go. Yes, to answer you... damn, my Tempering Bloodstone 3. I mean, at least I'm getting some stuff that I guess I could use for weapons later, but I think I might just grind for more cursed blood gems if I really wanted. Yeah, you have to play online for the Chalice Dungeons. The only Chalice Dungeons you can do offline are the ones that you create yourself. At least I think that's how it is. So for this particular dungeon, I have to be online to access it, so... The Saw Spear? No. It's just a weapon I decided to use on this character because I haven't really, messed around with it before. My favorite weapon is, Ludwig's Holy Blade. The Moonlight Greatsword of this game. That's probably my favorite weapon. But there's, like, all the Bloodborne weapons are really, really freaking good. The Hunter's Axe is super good. The freaking, what's the other one? The Kirk Hammer's really fun. Like, there's just so many good weapons in this game. There's just a lot of them that I haven't really messed around with, just because, like, the overall aesthetic of, like, the weapon and stuff, like, doesn't appeal to me. Like, the one that's, like, the wheel, I haven't messed around with that one. But I think I might experiment a little bit. I do know I want to, like, actually use the Chikage, which is one of the katanas of the game, and I do actually want to use that at some point or another. I might mess around with some of the other ones, though. I know a lot of people like the Bloodletter, which is one of the DLC weapons. There's also the, there's also a DLC weapon that's really cool. It's a, which one was I thinking about? Shit. I lost my train of thought, and I don't remember what weapon I was thinking about. All I know, oh, the Beast Cutter. That's the one. Yeah, because it freaking, it's like fucking, Renji sword from freaking, Bleach. The big one that is a gavel tooth. Yeah, the Kirk hammer. Yeah, it's like, its untransformed form is like a silver sword. It's just like a single-handed sword, and then when, like, you freaking put a hammer attachment on it. Yeah, that one's fun. I like the Kirk hammer. I used that on my other character, before I got the Moonlight Greatsword. Alright, round 2, dude. Hopefully he gives me a bloodstone freaking chunk. Damn, why does that hurt? Yeah, I probably should have healed before. I jumped into that. Oh my god. Wow. I just unlocked him. What? He can give a blood rock? Oh my god, this touch is great! Can't give a blood rock. Oh my god. Oh man. Yeah, the beast claws are super cool. My friend, he was using those the last time we did co-op together. He freaking gave a damn blood rock. That's fantastic. I did not think that that was possible because I was very unaware that he had the potential for that. Well, shit. Now I might just grind the frickin' pig because now I don't need a blood. Now I don't need a blood rock anymore. Oh man. That is stellar. Start doing the same thing you were doing in the beginning. Yeah, I think that's... Oh, god damn it. I keep doing that by mistake. I keep forgetting that, like, the freaking PS4 pad has motion control. Is that somebody... Oh, okay. I'll have to think about that. That's just absolutely hilarious. At least I know that now. So if I ever need blood rocks, I know where to go. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. I like how that actually became worth the endeavor to actually do, because in my head I was thinking, oh man, I'm just gonna get another freaking blood gem. I'm not gonna get any materials from this guy, and lo and behold, he dropped the blood rock. So, God, that's OP as all hell. I wonder if I got that too. Like, I wonder what the percentage of drop rate for that is too. I wonder if it's because my I had the eye ruin on that I increased my odds actually getting something like that. That's pretty That's pretty insane. Would have never thought. Oh, what am I doing? So much faster to smack him with untransformed. There we go. Alrighty, man. I appreciate you coming by and checking out my stream, man. I don't have a consistent schedule, but usually every Thursday night I stream with my brothers. So, if you stick around, you could definitely check me out then. So, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you to say. Yeah, man, like, gaming is a super huge passion of mine, so, like, I try to be as knowledgeable as I can, especially about the stuff that I like. I can't say that I'm knowledgeable about everything. Not that claim, don't have that claim to fame, but, you know, I try to be as knowledgeable as I can be. More grinding. God, I'm gonna have that code burned into my mind by the end of this. Gotta wait. Oh. Quit emoting. Jeez. I appreciate that. Yeah. Again, thank you very much for coming by, man. I appreciate it. It's always fun to chat it up with people. It's one of the things that I love most about streaming. Oh, man. Yeah, I have to tell Xanthan about that. That's freaking hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I freaking dropped the blood rock. Holy crap. Oy, oy, oy. Oh, man. Oh, damn it. Shit. Waste my freaking Quicksilver bullets. It's just adjusting myself in my chair. Freaking jeez. Just trying to move and adjust so I'm at a better freaking seating arrangement. Accidentally clicked the damn L2. Oh, man. Well, if I can get lucky and get the last 6 freaking bloodstones I need here relatively quickly, I might end up dipping out. We'll have to see. Come on. Oh, Thank you, game. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Almost there. Jeez Louise. Shit. Yeah. Okay, guys, I am going to hit the intermission screen just for a brief second. I need to get up and use the restroom, so I will be back momentarily. Alrighty, I am back. Apologies about that. I had to freaking use the restroom. And I grabbed myself a drink. Ooh. Ah, that's good. Just need 4 more. 4 more. God, I don't know why I keep grabbing those stupid things. They're not good compared to what I have on my weapons already. Right. Feeling good. I'm feeling good today. Holy shit. might end up doing an after-hours stream after I come back home from freaking watching some AEW. I'll have to think about what I want to stream though, because I don't want to do Bloodborne. Forgetting. Easy. Oh, thank God. Thank you. RNG gods, you're being nice. I just need 2 more. Thank you, game. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, please be nice to me. Please be nice to me and just freaking... Please be nice to me and just give me my freaking other 2 Bloodstone Chunks. Let's go around, please. I hate that freaking Discord does that. It's like, I've synced it to where it's supposed to show that I'm streaming, and then, like, it, like, doesn't for some reason. Like, keeps going on and on. It's so dumb. It doesn't do that with Twitch integration. It's only with YouTube. I don't know why. I have no idea why. Oh, whack! Fucker threw a poison knife at me. Fingers crossed. Fingers freaking crossed. I might need to go back to the freaking glyph dungeon that has the freaking, the eye ruin and get like 3 of those. Please. God. Fuck, I knew it. They were gonna be nice to me. It was gonna be nice to me that it's like got my hopes up. Got my hopes up. It's like almost there. Oh man. Maybe I might play more Onichambara Origin tonight for my freaking after-hour stream. Started playing it, got through like the first couple levels, and freaking haven't gone back to it because I got the itch. I was like, I gotta get the damn platinum for Bloodborne. I'll think of something. I just need to start streaming as much as I possibly can, to be perfectly honest. Ow. Okay, he hit me that time with the freaking poison knife. That auto-correcting bastard, did you see that? Bullshit. I do know I got a lot of those radiant blood gems, not like I'm gonna frickin' use them. Probably end up just selling a bunch of them. I mean, the idea, the premise of it is nice. But I don't know, I really don't know if it's like a viable type of blood gem to use. Oh, yes! We're done, at least with one weapon. I will not do the rifle spear on this stream. Like that's ridiculous. I do need to go look at the video though, because I think there is a Chalice Dungeon. I believe there is a Chalice Dungeon that gives you a blood rock. So, hey, getting another blood rock isn't too bad, you know, too bad of a premise. Okay, yeah, it's this one. Mute that shit so you guys don't hear it. Okay, yeah, there is a blood rock. Well, actually, is there a better dungeon? Because he's done 2 different videos about this, so I wonder if it's the same dungeon or if it's another dungeon that he uses for the blood rock. No, it's the same. It's the same. Okay, yeah, it's the same place for the blood rock. Okay, so we'll try that code, but I want to go ahead and get this freaking. Bam! Sick! Oh, shit. Oh, that's freaking amazing. Alright, let's go. He said to remove all chalices, but I don't think you have to. I am gonna remove this one and then remake it, because I will probably be using this dungeon quite a bit, so I want to remember. Okay, so it's the same place. It's like I was gonna do this anyway to go get this, but it's like I probably shouldn't have any problem getting through it because I have a +10 weapon and I'm freaking level 5. I'm level 150, so not entirely sure where it is, so we're gonna find out. I do know it's in the bonus. It's in the bonus area. So we'll find out. Okay, looks like the only way to go is up the ladder. One room there. Oh, it looks like you could come out the other. That's weird. Fucking spiders. Oh boy, more spiders. I see them. Oh, fair. I could have done. Yeah, I didn't even think. It's like got freaking the dang saw spear, freaking level 10. But I could get my freaking pistol there too. Thought about it. I might just try to see how far I can get with just using the saw spear. Oh, am I supposed to go this way? Oh, I guess so. box of bullets. God, that's OP. Like, because I think it follows the same logic, so you can just basically spam and just get an infinite amount of freaking blood rocks. I mean, that's way quicker than going to the depth 3 of freaking the other dungeon. That's for damn sure. That was just hilarious because I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that at all. No, that's the way forward. All right, cool deal. Freaking awesome that one actually works. All right. So, I want to end off on a high note. So, we can keep those. That's fine. We're gonna go freaking Raffle Stomp Vicar Amelia. And then we'll end the stream. Yeah, because I really only wanted to play until I got at least 1+10 weapon, but I figured, yeah, we'll play a little bit more. And then probably when I do my next like daily day stream, like if I can get one in tomorrow before the coast stream, alright. Yeah, I can. It's my freaking insight's high enough. I can see the freaking amygdalas. Alright. It was good, my dude. Later. It's good, my dudes. God damn. Oh, it's fantastic. I love it. Hello. Whack. Whack. Ow, ow. He whacked me. Oh, he whacked me harder. Oh, damn. That fucking murked the shit out of me. Oh, shit. Was not expecting that. Damn frenzy. Ugh. That was me getting cocky. That was me becoming cocky because I was killing everything else in one hit. Not a problem, just have to be a little bit more careful this go around. Bastard's got my freaking souls. Damn it! God, I only got one sedative. Don't frenzy! Oh, jeez. It's like right fucking there. Holy crap. Alright. Alright. Hello. Hello, Vicar Amelia. Oh my god. Oh my god. Good lord. That was fantastic. God. Oh my god. So freaking funny. Oh, I could hear the freaking baby crying. Makes sense, because our freaking 69 freaking, 69 freaking insight. Oh my god. I forget what the gold pendant gives you. Which one I got? What does the gold blood gem do? Oh, attack versus beast. Sucks I can't put it in the other, in that slot. I would totally do that if I could. I like how I could put the other blood gem in that slot, though. I don't think the bath messengers start selling... I know they eventually do start selling chunks, I just don't remember, like, when they get to that point, when they start selling chunks. Better load up on stuff before the prices change. Or the prices might have already changed? I'm not sure. No, I don't think they've changed just yet. Okay, well, I figured that would be a nice little place to end it on. And that, my friends, is where we will call the stream for tonight. For today, at least. At least the Bloodborne stream. Alrighty, guys. Alrighty, I want to give a big shout out to everybody who came by the stream. Thank you very much, Andrew CMC. It was very, very nice chatting with you. I really do appreciate you chatting me up. Hope I was good with everything that I answered with. So, yeah, like that is like probably one of the things I love most about streaming is just being able to chat with new people. And just get to talk about things that I normally wouldn't talk about elsewhere. So, like I said, if you guys don't see me again, I know my streaming schedule is very, very, very erratic. I wish it wasn't. I'm really trying to figure out what exactly like I want to do with that and try to make it better so that way, I actually have a more consistent streaming schedule. But yeah, I do hope to do an after hours stream tonight. Not exactly sure what just yet, but hope you guys keep a lookout for that. Would be much appreciated to see you guys then too. So, anyways, guys, again, big shout out to everybody who came by the stream. Thank you very much for checking me out. And until next time, guys, as always, this has been Daybreaker Rein. I will catch you all in the next one. Take it easy, everybody.